Hi guys, PJ here. Today I'm doing a bit of a fitter's review on this Pioneer radio. This is a DEH S420BT, and as the name suggests, this particular one is Bluetooth, so it supports hands-free calling on your phone. Also supports more than one phone, as you can see there, so it's got dual phones. You can run, say, a business one and a normal use one. It supports USB input, so in other words you can put your USB stick in with music tracks on and it will play them. You can be able to search up and down your music tracks. Also supports little 3.5mm jack there, auxiliary in, so in other words you can plug headphone out from your phone directly to the radio, run it that way. Quick charge for Android, so it will charge Android phones very quickly if they're plugged in the USB slot on this one being on the side here. And of course, if you're so inclined, it supports subwoofers and graphic equalizer there, so you can tune all your treble and bass to your heart's content and boom, boom, boom very loudly as you go down the road. So, first things first, let's have a quick look what you get in the box. So, we've got a microphone here for your Bluetooth, which we're going to put up near the interior mirror of the car. The reason I put them in the middle of the car rather than to the side is because when you open your side window and you're driving along, the wind noise comes in, buffets against the microphone, and no one can hear you talking. If it's in the middle of the car near the mirror, you don't get that, and therefore they can hear you more clearly. We've also got the original ISO cable that this end plugs into the radio, this end plugs into your car. Depending on your car, you may need an adapter to convert it to your car. And we have two bullet connectors here on the two power wires. So the yellow and red are your power wires. If when you plug it into your particular car, it's not remembering radio stations when you switch your ignition off, you will need to unplug these two and put yellow to red and red to yellow. Most cars it's normally okay, but some cars such as Volkswagens, Vauxhalls and some Peugeot models, you're going to need to switch them around to get your radio stations to remember. Okay, move those out of the way. We get some release keys there, instruction manuals and warranties, and it's foam packed, so it shouldn't have got damaged in transit. So the radio comes with its mounting cage attached already. We're going to have to slide it out of the mounting cage to put it in the vehicle. If you're looking for a dedicated video for fitting guide for your particular vehicle, then if you search my channel, I've got probably 95% of all UK European cars covered on how to fit a radio in your car. So I suggest you have a look for that for the particular model. This is more a case of going over any problems as a fitter I might encounter with this particular model, any quality issues, anything that I think stands out glaringly bad sort of thing. So first things first, let's have a quick look at the front. It's quite a nice looking unit, very modern. There's your USB flap on it. Let's slide this cage off and have a look at the rear connections. Worth a quick mention is the edges of the cage, compared to some brands, are actually razor sharp. So I'd highly recommend you wear gloves or just take care. I know that's a minor thing, but when you're fitting these day in, day out, you sort of notice it. Some brands are nice and smooth. This isn't. This is very razor sharp, so that's something to be aware of. On the back of the radio, we have our standard aerial socket, our power speaker socket, microphone, steering wheel control interface socket there, should you order one from your retailer. And we have front pre-outs and rear or subwoofer pre-outs as well. So it's quite well kitted if you want to run amplifiers. It's quite handy. On the power cable that comes with it, we have a remote control wire here. This is the remote for your amplifier to switch your amplifier on and off, or to make your electric aerial go up and down if you have one of those fitted. So what I'm going to do now is get this all plugged in and have a look at it mounted in a vehicle. Now I'm putting this in an old Volkswagen, and we'll sort of power it up and have a look at the features. Cage is rather sharp when you're putting it in, so you do have to be a little bit careful with it, otherwise you are going to cut your hand. Like I say, could be smoother, but that's only a minor gripe. There's our cable plugged in. There we go. Just going to bend some tabs up on this all the way around so it stays in place, and we'll click the radio in. Everything now plugged in. We've got the aerial, the power speakers, and of course the microphone cable running down under the dashboard and then up to above the rear view mirror. Okay, so on this particular car, the microphone is actually on like a, well, I'll show you, like a U-clamp that tucks up under the headlining, but the microphone base does actually slide out from this and comes with a 3M double-sided pad, so you can actually stick it onto something without the big U-clamp that you can see here. So this piece slides out, and then you don't need this, you can just stick it on something should you wish. So it's quite a good idea. It's quite adaptable to stick on a flat surface, so in other words you can stick it to your dashboard if you wanted to. But there we go, moving on. Stereo is pretty much in. I've left it forward here in case we have to switch the two wires round, which is possible on a Volkswagen, the yellow and the red. First problem I can see is, yeah, the sun's out at the moment, which is a bit of a rarity for England, and the display, as you can see, that's on maximum brightness. It's not great because it's white. Okay, maybe we can change the colour later. I'll have a look. When you switch it on, you get your language selection and basically then the time. So you turn the dial up to sort of adjust the minutes, etc. There we go. The price of this unit is around £100, £120, depending where you shop for it. And yeah, you know, for Pioneer is a branded model, so we should be good. Let's tune some radio stations in. Now, I won't be able to play you any music due to copyright strikes on YouTube. But to be fair, you're not really going to get a gist of how it sounds because you're going to be playing it through non-original speakers. You know, it's going to vary depending car to car how this unit sounds, depending on your speakers that are in your car. But we will have a look how easy the unit is to use. So as soon as we'd put in, you know, what country and set the time and everything, immediately went onto radio. And it immediately locked onto smooth. So basically, smooth being a station in this local area, searching down and up immediately locks onto your next radio station as expected. To store the station, just a case of press and hold the button until it beeps, and that'll store it on whichever number preset you choose. You have your USB here for charging or playing music, and your auxiliary here. Now, one thing that I do notice with a lot of face-off radios is there can be a bit of a faff to take the face off. Let's give it a go. Now, I am in the passenger seat of the vehicle, but still, there we go. Pop it back on again and give that another try, guys. Maybe I didn't press the button hard enough. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit of a jiggle, you know, but it is, you know, it's not out of this world, it's not a massive problem. Does click on nicely, of course. Does not come with a carry box or carry case, so you're gonna have to take care of it not to scratch it. Some of them do come with a carry case, but you know, the price, it's pretty reasonable for it to not have that. Right, so we've got source on top left, which is obviously switching between CD, radio, USB, auxiliary. We have back one, we have phone up and down here in case somebody phones. Now, I will not be connecting a phone to this to show it you working. Like I say, you've got to watch a lot of copyright things on YouTube, and it does limit this type of thing. But rest assured, you press and hold this, it goes into Bluetooth mode, and then you search on your phone to connect it to the radio. But hey, it comes with an instruction guide, that'll run you through that, no problem at all. So there we go, look, add device, searching. All I did was tap that, yeah? So phone up button. So to now search for a Bluetooth device in the area, and you would pair to the radio. Let's go back to radio. So there is an app you can download from Pioneer. There's a big sticker on the front here, look, Pioneer Smart. So you can download a Pioneer app onto your phone to help control all that. But what we're after is on here, menu. So we've got audio menu, EQ settings, fader front to rear, balance left to right, subwoofer volume, speaker levels, crossover, so in other words setting your high and low frequencies to go into separate speakers if you're that way inclined. Driving position, could be in a left-hand drive cars, guys, you know, right-hand drive in England, but it gets sold all over the world. Save your preset there. And then we've got bass, loudness on and off. Quite a few different things there. I'm just going to scroll through them. Back to EQ settings. What else have we got? Go back one. Illumination. Dimmer setting, brightness. I was hoping for colour change to be on that list, but I can't see it. Is there anything? No. System. Language. Clock set. scroll set, you know, for when the information scrolls across the screen. Beep tone. What we got there? Info for the display. Demo off. Yeah, we definitely want demo off. That's a shop demo, guys, so if it's doing weird things on the display while you're driving along, you set your demo to off and it will stop that. Okay, so that's everything under the features button there. Well, what is there left to say on the unit? Not that much, to be fair with you. It's very easy to use, as you can see. Nice big chunky volume for when you're driving along, you don't want to be studying it. Other buttons of note, eject is just on the top here, and we've got a list button here. So if you've got a USB plugged in with music on it and it's in folders, you can quickly list through it using this button and then scrolling through the folders using the dial. Quite handy. Overall, is it worth sort of £100, £120? I'd say so. Take care when fitting it because of the sharp edges, or get it fitted professionally, take your pick. But yeah, it's not a bad unit. I would compare it against Sony units of similar price. Overall, maybe they've got the edge because this focuses on, you know, Android, Google Play. It does have an Apple symbol on it. Just have a look at the back of the box for you here, guys. So on the back of the box, quickly, we've got the Bluetooth being shown there, hands-free calling. We've got wireless audio play there, dynamic bass. What other features have we got? Connectivity, shows you everything that can be plugged in. iPhone or Android devices, a lot of radios only support Android, so make sure, you know, they fully support iPhone. Coming down to the bottom here, it's showing you how it supports Smart Sync, which is the app there, as you can see. It's got a picture of, looks like Google Maps there, which is quite nice. Messages read out, etc. And down at the bottom here, it tells you all the supported media formats, MP3, WMA, WAV, AAC, FLAC, so pretty much all of them. 2 RCA pre-outs there. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is everything to do with this radio. Hopefully this was of some help to you. You know, if it was, give me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, obviously contact your nearest retailer or the retailer you've purchased it from. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.